What's up, millionaires? It's your boy Millionaire E coming at you with the comic book review. Now, the comic book we're talking about is Barrage. Now, before we get started, y'all ever had that time where you've been dancing, grooving, and then you accidentally hurt yourself? Just me? Okay. So I'm gonna tell you a little story. So, I was combing my hair out with this comb here, and I was listening to a lot of music like, the Tootsie Roll and then the Cha Cha Slide. Y'all know that part where he's like, everybody clap your hands, clap, clap. So I was like, I had the comb in my left hand. I was like, yeah, and bam, I accidentally stabbed my thumb with this comb. And I was like, ooh, I guess the groove is too strong for me, y'all. But let's talk about Barrage. So, the comic book Barrage, I've talked about it in my previous video, but I'm going to give you just a little bit of review of it. So basically, this is a reimagining of The Prince and the Pauper. And The Prince and the Pauper is where you have the prince and the poor kid and they switch clothes. Now this is a little different because the first part of it is where you have Astro and he's like a lot of adopted brothers and sisters. And basically he sees Prince Barrage. Now Prince Barrage is selfish. So basically they don't talk the same, So their emotions are way different. Like you've got Astro who's selfless, Barrage who is selfish. Which is weird. So Barrage is like, I want to be free. So he forces Astro to have like the bracelet that makes him a prince. And so once that happens, I'm telling you, dang, he dies. Barrage gets shot in the head and dies. I was like, oh my gosh, dang. So basically this whole story is kind of pinpointed around Astro now, taking to be the next prince, using the weapon which is the oracle, which is on his wrist. Now I'm just going to tell you, it's a really cool story because it's like he uses this oracle can turn into a weapon, like literally into a giant staff, which is what's on the comic right here. Like you see that there. That's what it can turn into, and that's really, really cool. And the way it transforms or the way it activates is when he feels like he wants to beat down the bad guy because he hates when he sees like other families, like bad guys trying to do things to families and stuff because he's always wanted to have a family and protect his family. So I'm like, that's really pretty cool for Astro, for the character Astro. And then what's really another cool part is how the aliens kind of look. Because in this comic, the aliens came down to the earth and now some aliens, it's like they're just living amongst the humans now. So you have the kingdom, which is a protected area run by the king, but then on the outskirts you got aliens and stuff. And I'm like, really cool thing about that is I like the aliens designs. Like, let me see if I can find one of the designs of the alien. So here, yeah, this is one of the aliens that's in here that he fights, which is the dead rock alien. So it's basically his whole body is made out of rock. So that's cool. And then they've got, I think, another one, that he fought. But yeah, those are just like the two aliens that they meet in the first comic. Now I haven't seen the second one yet, but it looks really cool, so I'm thinking I'm about to buy it. Now the sad thing about this comic is it's only a 2-part series. And I was like, man, it's just grabbing me in there. And then it was just like, yeah, we're for a 2-part series. And I'm like, but why? And it made me so sad. But I'm like, it's a really good comic, and I really like the fight scenes in it. It's really inspiring that Astro, when he fights for his family and protection for other people's families. And y'all should check it out. I've bought it on Amazon. That's the only place I found it. And so, like the vid, share it with your fam, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you're subscribed, click that bell icon to be notified for more videos. Share it with your fam. In the comments, tell me what manga you're reading or what manga or anime you're watching. And I'll see y'all later, millionaires. Bye, y'all.